get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll buy some time right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. 93 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So, Charles, you look at this defense, and they know that they're going to have to be at their best here as they face a team that has run off 4 consecutive victories.
And I would agree with that, partner. And I just go back to what their head coach said at his weekly presser. He said they're facing a team that's been, quote, unbeatable the last few weeks. And I think that was his way of telling his guys, we've got to put our very best to have any kind of a shot here.
On first down, Logan. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Now a give, right side. It's Logan. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. T.J. Logan becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The Lions move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out.
He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Denver. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Block working out of the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
What we got? Hey, watch it. Check. Crunch.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it here with Logan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Logan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And it's caught. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a second down and 6. They run again with Logan. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Locke to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Callaway, the return man. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Logan. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Logan. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Logan. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Mahomes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On play action, Locke.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw it is Locke.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And some room to work. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Jerry Judy.
His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Broncos, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead.
McManus now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On play action, it's Mahomes.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. Logan. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
172 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Block off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Locke.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Switch. Check. Jumper.
Lock. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Lock to throw. This will be caught. Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
You just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Here's Locke. This one swung out to Williams.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if he can make someone miss in the open field.
I'm coming after you. Mike check 33.
Now Locke.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
33. Watch the pass. Check.
Now Locke.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
In and out of the Mike 29. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Lock. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And McManus able to put it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.